How does someone murder 300 young girls and still walk free? This is the story of Pedro Alonso López, the man known as the Monster of the Andes, a killer whose crimes are almost too horrifying to believe. Born in 1948 in Colombia, López's life was shaped by tragedy and violence. Abused by his mother and thrown out of his home at just 8 years old, he ended up living on the streets. There, he was abducted and sexually assaulted, a trauma that seemed to fuel his later horrors. During the 1970s and 1980s, López preyed on young girls in Colombia, Ecuador, and Peru. He specifically targeted girls from poor rural areas, using false kindness, offering gifts, or pretending to help. He would lure them away, only to commit unthinkable acts of violence. In 1980, his killing spree came to light after a flash flood in Ecuador exposed a mass grave filled with his victims. Captured by police, López shocked the world by calmly confessing to murdering over 300 young girls. He even claimed to have buried them in mass graves, and investigators verified dozens of these sites. But the most horrifying part, justice never came. Ecuador's laws at the time allowed for a maximum sentence of just 16 years, no matter the crime. In 1994, López was released for good behavior. Deported to Colombia, he was briefly imprisoned again, but released in 1998. Since then, the monster of the Andes has vanished. Some say he's dead. Others fear he's alive, continuing his crimes in the shadows. To this day, he remains one of the most prolific and terrifying serial killers in history. How could someone so evil walk free? And how many more lives have been lost because of it? What do you think?